everybody, and welcome to the Wine with Jimmy e-learning portal and channel here on the world of YouTube. Thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome to a video here on Liguria. So this is a wine educational channel designed to help those of you studying the world of wine to get more and more from it. But also, if you're just into wine and you want to learn about more specific topics, you've come to the right place. This is specifically designed, this video, for the wines of the world for the D3 section of the WSET Diploma, Level 4, as it says here. This is on Northwest Italy on the series of Liguria. So here you go. Northwest Italy, if you have been following along for all of this, you are on to the last series, Liguria. It's in asterisks here because both Val d'Aosta and Liguria are actually not a part of the syllabus for the diploma, but I have added them in for good measure. We are here on part 4. So part 4 is actually, I'm going to draw a line here because it's easier for me to do this to help you understand it. Really, we are separated into 3 parts. The introductory and history has already been done. Parts 2, 3, and 4 is all about the Riviera de Levante, the eastern section. And parts 5, 6, and 7 are all about the Riviera de Ponente, which is the western section. So here we are looking at the key appellations of the eastern section of Liguria. We are going to go through the key appellations and then have a Google Earth video at the end, which really puts to perspective the beautiful fishing villages that one can find in this area. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, of course, you can get in touch. You can do so by commenting on the video below. Make sure you click like whilst you're there. That helps me. And make sure you click subscribe because that helps you with getting regular updates from Wine with Jimmy. Also, at the bottom of every slide, like so, you will see social media. If you wish to get in touch by that means, of course, you can do so. Okay, so here we are looking at the Riviera de Levante. So this is our eastern section. And we're first of all going to talk about an area which is called the Cinque Terre DOC, so the 5 lands, or what's often known as the 5 fishing villages. This covers a very narrow strip of coast from the town of Monterroso. So you'll see this is this area down here. So from the town of Monterroso and down to the major city of La Spezia, the port city just down here. So it's a very thin strip of land down in this area. The landscape is characterized by some of the most spectacular of Liguria's terraced vineyards, but also spectacular ports and villages. They are quite lovely. We'll see them later on. The vines are so close to the sea that they are misted by the spray of waves, and grapes are often harvested here using monorail support systems. There are 2 wines produced, a dry white called the Cinque Terre DOC, there you go, that one at the top there, and then we have a sweet passito, which is called the Cinque Terre Sciacchetrà, which is this one here. Very rare, fantastic style wine. Both of the wines follow the same blending formula, a minimum of 40% Bosco, a maximum of 40% Albarola and or Vermentino. All right. So the Cinque Terre DOC, as we mentioned, spectacular landscape. And you'll see here are some vineyards that are going right down to the coastal area. Now, this is a little bit further from the sea. This vineyard here probably wouldn't get sprayed so much, but certainly those that do go down towards the water side will get sprayed by that water. Another key area here is a DOC, which is actually over this side. So if we go across the bay here from La Spezia and go around to the Tuscan border, there is an area called the Colli di Lune DOC. It's an inter-regional appellation shared between Liguria and Toscana, of course, on the other side. It covers most of the eastern part of the Riviera de Levante, and it includes 3 towns in the northwest corner of Toscana. But it takes its name from the hills, Colli, di Lune. And Lune is the Roman town, the main Roman town here that we find. Vineyards lie on the coast and in the inland hills, but nowhere near as spectacular as Cinque Terre DOC that we were just discussing. The Tuscan influence here is also quite evident. There are influences on the varieties and the styles of wine found here. The reds are very much based on Sangiovese, which of course is the prominent grape variety of Toscana. And the whites include Vermentino, Trebbiano di Toscana, and also Albarola. Vermentino from this area shows quite a similar profile to those of Tuscany. I often find that the Vermentinos found here are exceptionally herbal in style. And that's what it looks like, the area. So, as you know, takes its name from the hills from around the town of Lune. And you'll notice that it's nowhere near as dramatic or heroic as the Cinque Terre DOC. This is more standard looking, with gentle rolling hills, flat plains going down towards the coastal landscape. Let's have a look then at a video to put this into perspective for you, so you are aware of how really amazingly dramatic this place looks. This is a Google Earth video. We're going to focus here on the white outlined area of Liguria. There you are. But of course, we've only just been talking about the Riviera de Levante, which is our eastern section. Give you some key locations first of all. There is the eastern portion of Liguria. And we're going to look at a major city which sits at the far western side of our eastern portion, which is the main city of Liguria, which is very lovely Genoa, of course. So there you are. We're now identifying the Riviera de Levante for you in purple. So there you are. And we're going to talk first of all about the latter DOC that we talked about in the presentation. That is the one called Colli di Lune. There it is, been outlined in orange for you around the town of Lune, in generally coastal plains and some gentle hills. The city over here, by the way, is La Spezia, which is very close by. Remember, this is kind of shared between Liguria and Tuscany, and that's why here you will find that the wines of the Colli di Lune are dominated by Sangiovese for reds and Vermentino for its whites, with also things like Trebbiano Toscana as well. So that's not the most famous. Of course, the most famous is in this thin strip of land going from La Spezia, which is just here, all the way up to Monterroso, and this is the Cinque Terre, the 5 fishing lands or fishing villages. We're going to go through those because this is wonderful. It is a national park, and it has, there you go, those beautiful 5 villages. So first of all, the village in the far western part is Monterroso. There you are. Spectacular to look at, very small beach, and this is accessible by very, very long, arduous, windy roads that go down to it. The next one down is Venata. Once again, look how beautiful it is. But you'll see here the terraces to the left-hand side are your vineyards. Exceptional terraces going down towards the coast. You see the vineyards there as well, scattered around Corniglia, just here. A slightly larger beachfront of Corniglia. The next one down, dramatic again, as it has this rock, this promontory just here, and this is Manuela, which is Manarola, which is quite beautiful. Keeps on going down with the structured supported wall, and we finally come to our remaining village at the far southern section, which is Rio Maggiore, which is one that you might be quite common if you go to visit to. It's quite a famous one to get to from La Spezia. There you are. Wonderful to have a look at those. And of course, exceptionally dramatic. We've gone through what the key grape varieties were in previous presentation, but I hope it's put the appellation in play for you, which is normally blended wines between Bosco, Vermentino, and or Albarola. Join me next for parts 5 through to 7, which are all on the Riviera de Ponente, the western section of Liguria. But these are only parts available on my e-learning portal. That's over at winewithjimmy.com. Exclusive video content, hidden resources, lots of things to help you with your study. So please do have a visit there. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Any comments, questions, or concerns, of course, pop them in the comments section below. Make sure you click like and subscribe whilst you are down there. And really, that's everything. So if you do find yourself in London, please do come and see me at one of my establishments, maybe for a class, maybe for a glass, maybe for a bottle. I've been Jimmy Smith. Ciao for now. Goodbye.